Hi guys, it's me, Jackie Love. Tonight I kind of have a little bit of a heavy heart. Okay, well that's anybody. We all go through shit. Just had some things happen in my life. I've had a lot of wonderful things happen, and I've had my life is just changing for the better. But then, as soon as things go super, super good, you have this challenging thing that may happen, and then you got to deal with that. Things that kind of throw a wrench in the game a little bit. And you go, damn, why did that happen? Like, why did that need to happen? Everything was good. So, but you know what? You live and you learn. And as I have experienced, it's best to learn what you need to learn from it and forgive and move on, And that's what I've been trying to do all the time. Move on, But I decided that, if something is on my heart or something that wasn't something that I needed to have to deal with on my own, or I wasn't the only responsible party, then I would like try to work that thing out, get that off my chest, and not just have a heavy heart and another person is just going scot-free. Oh, I'm okay, and then here I am crying and asking God to help me feel better. I am the kind of person that in the past I've let people blame me for shit. Take responsibility for things, because I always thought if I would have did this or that, then it would have been better. like I'm the only one that makes mistakes, but I'm not the only one that makes mistakes, and neither are you. We all make mistakes. And the best thing is that to do is when you realize, because sometimes you don't realize that you made a mistake until later. And so to me, the best thing to do when you realize you made a mistake is own up to it. And honestly, I didn't really know how to own up to it, because at first I didn't know how to own up to stuff, because it seemed like I was always getting blamed for some shit. And so I felt like I was always having to explain myself, And just going through trial and error and just walking in this life and just, being my own, I guess, bodyguard, my own protector. I just say, no. I'm not taking responsibility and carrying that heavy burden on my, on my back anymore. I forgive so many people, over the years. I've forgave so many people who never even once asked me to forgive them. And, they were the ones who caused the shit. I'm not saying I never did nothing. I'm sure I have hurt people, and karma, all that came back on me. At one point I was telling my daughter today, I was like, at one point I was happy a lot. I was more happier than sad, saying I had my times around, that time of the month or whatever, where I would be sad, PMS. But for the most part, I was happy-go-lucky. I mean, I was always pretty much so happy that sad people or bitter people would be like, dang, why she all happy all the time, And so they don't know that I had to practice that shit, learn how to be happy. And I didn't know how to smile. People used to always say, are you okay? Are you sad? Are you happy? What's wrong? They would say. And I was like, dang, what is wrong? Because I didn't want people to say that, or I think, are you sleepy? because, you know, I got these little small eyes or whatever. But the thing is that I mean, I learned how to be happy. I used to wear this shirt. It was a light blue, like a sky blue shirt, T-shirt, and it says it had a smiley face, you know, and it says "practice makes perfect." So that meant like practice the smile. I wore that shirt to practice learning how like to remember to smile. So I think like when I practiced, I used to fake it. I used to just fake smile, and because I got tired of people saying, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" And I'm a learner by my ears and experience. You know, when I hear stuff, so enough people say that, I say, "Dang, I must be looking sad." So even though I didn't necessarily feel sad at the time, so anyway, so these years of, becoming spiritually awakened and all that, and just going through stuff, life, like I said this before, and y'all all know, if you over 30 or 40, life can have a way of like seriously draining you, you know what I'm saying? And even though, like, I have had a lot of wonderful experiences, and when I look about my life, in retrospect, I see that a lot of things that I did experience was necessary, for me to be who I was to become and still becoming. Like, we're ever learning and, coming to more knowledge and wisdom, and every day we learn. So, but I learned, like, I ain't taking the blame for stuff anymore if I didn't do it, or if it wasn't really my fault. And at this point in my life, I'm seriously just, my focus and my goal is to live the best life, my best life ever. And not to be all apologetic for who I am. Being a Virgo woman, and I have adult children now and grandkids, okay? But I decided not to be apologetic and about for who I am. I used to be addicted to love. Not to sex, but to love, just to being in love, okay? And now I'm not. I thought I was. I thought I still was, because that's still something that's in my heart and one of my primary goals, and that makes me feel like a success, when I have people in my life to love and to have fun with and to spend quality time, and words of affirmation. That's one of my love languages. My love language, words of affirmation and quality time. But even with that, knowing myself now, and like the past relationships that I had, and when I look back on it, they were I think I could did it better now if I was to do those relationships that I had over, which I would not want to do over. But so basically, so from this point on, I'm not taking shit from no man, not even a woman, like, as a friend, As a friend, I don't give a damn. I love you, but I'm not gonna take it. Like, if we don't respect each other, or if it's not a balance, then it's fine. I mean, I'm gonna make mistakes, and you are too. And one thing I'm guilty of, I know, is I give way too many compliments. I do, and it gets me in trouble. But the reason why I do give so many compliments, guys, is because you have to realize I grew up super shy and bashful. So I didn't really know how to have good conversation. I think I used to, my conversations, I believe that they're like backwards. Like, I used to feel like when I'm describing a movie, it would be like coming from back, like I would tell it from the back, the end to the beginning instead of from the beginning to the end. And I couldn't understand why my brain was doing that. But I just kept doing it, and that's like I was on the inside of my body looking out saying, why don't you just spit it out? Like, it took me so long to say something that would take 5 minutes. It'd take me 20 minutes to get it out, especially if it's somebody I didn't really know. I didn't know it was ADHD, but now I do. Just found out a couple years ago. I say this all the time, but it's true. Now, I say it because I'm an advocate for ADHD, because a lot of people that are grown, like they got grandchildren, and they didn't even know they had ADHD. It's a good thing when you know something, because knowledge is power, and you can govern yourself accordingly. But if you don't know, you don't know what the heck. It's like, what is wrong with me? Like, why do I think like this, I have some pretty good ideas and this and that, but like, how come they not coming, like, how come it's not working out, like, the way I would like for it to. And this was something that went on for many years as a younger person. But I learned how to adjust myself and like work around stuff, because I had to. And being a Virgo, like, that helps, because we're pretty much geniuses anyway. But anyway, just kidding. No, I'm not. But anyway, guys, I just came on here because I wanted to vent a little bit, because I love myself. I'm still learning how to love myself. But I'm learning, and I'm not perfect, and I make mistakes still, but I think I make more good choices than bad choices nowadays. Like, way more good choices, you know what I'm saying? And every now and then, you still do something that you not necessarily happy about, or you're not necessarily proud of it, but it happens, and then you gotta figure this shit out, like, and then you gotta even sometimes say, dang, I gotta forgive myself again. I gotta pick myself up again, especially when you kind of on your own, like, at this time, not always, but it's like walking in the dark, kind of feeling around, trying to see where you belong, and just how you can make your mark on the earth, how you can be the best you can be. And for me, I would like to help as many people as I can before I leave this earth. I would like to make sure I make a mark on the earth and an impression on many people. I would like to inspire women that are in bad relationships, codependent relationships, abusive relationships, feeling stuck, feeling like you can't live alone, and so you stay in relationships where you're super unhappy just for the fact that you won't be alone, or someone else is, at least you got somebody helping you paying the bills and stuff, and I get it, fear is a real thing if you think that it is, and fear will overtake you. But you have to remember, like, I have to remember, like, I thought that eventually it would get better. I mean, I went through the prayer lines at my church and different places, just, hey, can you pray for me, and trying to make the marriage work, because it was my third marriage, and I said, no, I don't want to no more marriages, Christians, we say, they say divorce is not good, but at the same time I'm over here feeling like I'm dying slowly. And, maybe my ex was feeling the same way. I don't know. I mean, he didn't display the same things, the same emotions, He wasn't into it like me. But the thing is, I appreciate him now for all the lessons that I learned. I'm not mad at him. Like, we're even really good friends now. And I appreciate him. But the thing is, again, I'm just going to say that no matter what, I've had some experiences being delivered from love addiction, codependency. And man, I had some withdrawals, okay, going through being delivered from it, because it's been so many times that that even now, even since I've been away, separated since September last year, 2019, sometimes I still was thinking, man, maybe I should go back, maybe I should go back. And then because I was crying so much when I first moved here, when we first separated, and I have made it so this thing was pretty much kind of final, because like his mom lives there, and and it was just a thing where like we both was kind of not comfortable in the same house. And I'm the type of person, I'm like, I'm never gonna try to keep somebody from their mom or their children, And so, like, she's older in age, and I just say, you know what, like, she needs him at this point. And I thought, okay, well, he will probably need her, if we split up. And I was just trying to make sure everybody was okay, and so now it's like she lives there at our house, our old house together, our apartment, and it's a nice apartment. And it's like it's like I set myself up so I can go back, and which was great though, because when I got through those hard times, like I thought I wouldn't make it through the night, I did make it through the night, and the sun came out, and it wasn't that easy, but all the time. But I got to know myself. I got to know that I can live alone or live independent from having a husband or boyfriend like all the time. I mean, I know God said it's not right for man to be alone, and that's true. Like, I believe that wholeheartedly, especially now. But at the same time, girls, men, whoever listen to this, who's been codependent or still is, it's worth it. Like, shedding off those layers of, like onions, like Shaq said. Well, ogres are like onions because they have layers, and shedding off those layers of the onion layers of the different baggage and stuff that you gathered or you acquired from different relationships and different expectations. And for me, just thinking, oh, one of these days gonna have this perfect relationship, and that ain't nothing. Like, that's no such thing as a perfect relationship. There is such a thing as one that's perfect for you, a perfect relationship for you, but that's still not going to be nowhere near perfect, but good though. But the thing is that I decided that no matter what, I only deserve the best now. And the best for me is someone that is at my level, that we can bring the same things to the table, and and we respect each other. And it's no codependence, no jealousy, None of that, oh, not being there for me and then it's okay. No, 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 no. No. It's, the best relationship is with someone who can respect you and, as they respect themselves. Like, of course, you want somebody who respect themselves too. Of course, if they don't respect themselves, then that's just not. That's a losing situation from the start. So, but I'm just saying, you gotta have somebody that will meet you where you are, and first of all, you gotta love yourself. And I didn't even love myself for a long time, but I think a lot of us don't love ourselves at first. We think we do, and then stuff will come in. Like when you're a teenager and you get like 18, 19, you get out there in the world, you think, "Ooh, I love myself," and you think you the shit, you start getting out there having sex and stuff or whatever, and you think you cute, learn how to put on a little makeup, whatever. And then, have a few babies and have some or not, I don't know, your situation. And then, after a while, it's like, okay, like, when are we going to get to the good part? I mean, you have a bunch of good parts, but then, the older you get, and, the more stuff you see. And this ain't no perfect relationship. Like, this is kind of like, this ain't easy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they said it would be on TV and stuff. I mean, they teach us people and they teach the girls and stuff in school when I was younger to just get a husband and to get married and have children, and that was the whole thing. But they never taught us how to have a career in school. They never said, like, here's how you budget your money, so that you can take care of yourself because you're going to have rent or mortgage and light bill, gas bill. No one ever took the time the teachers didn't teach us that kind of stuff. But now I know that they did that on purpose so that we can stay down and be codependent on men and stuff and have, just don't really know how to budget our money. And you think, what is wrong with me, Well, the thing is nobody ever took the time to teach us coping skills. And I mean, they say it's the parents should do it, but like no one knew. My mom didn't know how to teach us how to budget money and stuff like that, and how to be able to respect ourselves. She taught us that. She taught me and my sister that, you just have a good relationship and you get married and husbands take care of you. And then, and then here I am, like, just now, for the first time ever, being independent. Well, I had children at a really young age, so sometime in between relationships, I would be, in my own place. But I had kids at the time, so I wasn't really, alone. But now, I'm finally getting to know myself before kids, kind of like before kids. But now I got all this wisdom and experience from all the other stuff, And it was still challenging, but I recommend it if you need to. Like, if you never ever lived on your own, and I mean, if you don't have to, get a roommate, whatever, but one day you still gonna have to face yourself. You have to go and face yourself in the mirror and be like, dang, who are you, chick? Cause you're never gonna have a good relationship if you don't, with a man or a woman, if that's what you're into, if you don't have a good relationship with yourself first. Well, first, of course, with God first. Well, I'm saying with yourself before anybody else. Okay? And that's just not gonna happen Romeo ain't coming, is not gonna jump out the bushes and come save you. And if someone else, like somebody else's husband, try to come save you or pretend like he gonna save you, he ain't gonna save you, because he's not gonna leave his wife for you. So why would you want someone to do that anyway? I wouldn't want my husband leaving me for somebody. I mean, like, think about it. This one dude, he told me I wanted to be rescued so bad from my last marriage, and I told him I wanted you to rescue me, and he said, "Why don't you rescue yourself?" And I was like, I was so hurt and offended, because when I was younger, I didn't have a problem getting a boyfriend, so I did have guys to rescue me, you know. But it's like now that shit ain't happening like that no more. The boyfriend roles kind of like, you know, they not kind of lined up like they were, you know. But it's okay. I don't need that. I needed this time to grow, to get to know myself, and to see who I really am. You know, who are you? That's what I say to you. Who are you? I mean, because now I know who I am. And I can say, I know where I'm going because I know where I've been. And so, when people try to dull me down, you know, because I have my new beliefs or whatever, more advanced beliefs, I used to let them, because I didn't want nobody to be, you know, I didn't want to ruffle any feathers or hurt anybody's feelings, or I wanted people to like me, okay? That's so important to me, even still now. But people pleasing it never works for anybody. You know, you gotta be who you are. And, you know, eventually the people that you need to be around, your tribe, your soul tribe, you guys will, the more you vibe with yourself and be true to your own self, those people will come in your life and they'll be drawn to you. And even though that even won't be perfect, but you'll work through whatever issues, good and not so good, and you'll keep moving on, and you'll stay together. You know what I'm saying? You know, the ones that are meant to stay in life, they'll stand the test of time. But ladies and gentlemen, I just say to you, if you're in a bad relationship or in a bad place and you're scared because you just don't see no way, like me, I said, I'm never going to be by myself. My mom, she was by herself. Like, she got married once and she was just with my father her entire life. Like, she never was with another man, not that I know of, and I'm sure she wasn't. But it just seemed like a sad life to me. But then when I think about it, she did do a lot of activities, and she was, you know, seemed like she was pretty happy on her own. Well, to me, that didn't look like the ideal life. But now that I'm like older now and just been through some stuff, I'm like, you know, it's not so bad. It's chilling, you know, chilling, having your own space. Like, this has been such a nice sabbatical. Getting to know myself in my own little tiny house and decorating and making it look exactly how I like it, and just learning how to be more creative and stuff like that, and just learning ways to comfort my own self, learning how to have, you know, get closer to God, and hear my angels' voices, and also just seeing the signs and just learning about myself, you know. And I refuse to let some knucklehead come in and just mess up my peace. Like, you know, like, you know, I like having company. I like having people over and stuff like that and entertaining. And I do that. And I've always been like that. What I think, I ain't entertaining nobody, no dudes at my house. Not at this time. Because I think some guys, they think, oh, you invite them in, here's a booty call. And that's some bullshit. Because that's not what it's all about. It's about, okay, you can't go to the restaurants right now, so I have a place, but your motherfucking ass don't. So let's visit. And that's it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? You know, it ain't about all that. You know, I ain't trying to put no more notches on my belt. Not for the wrong people. I'm here to put some knowledge in my head, learn more, so that I can teach and help people to be better. I want to inspire people. I ain't trying to be like later for that booty calls and stuff. I'm not on nobody's sites. You know, sites where I don't even know the names of those stupid sites. That's not my thing. I'm not into that. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you into, whatever. But here's the thing. I ain't trying to get no more soul ties. I'm just trying to live my best life ever. And just be happy and full of joy. And for anybody that comes in contact with me, like, that's the same thing I want to do for them. Inspire them. They can inspire me. And we can just, you know, be the best we can be in this world together. And if we can't be together, then we can hopefully be, you know, apart happily. Enjoy. Right? So that's what it's about. All about love, right? Because God is love. And I always say that. So y'all put a heart in the comments, you know, if you like this video. And, you know, because it does make me smile. It makes me happy to see that. And, you know, my love language is words of affirmation. And affirming me with a heart and a comment will make me smile. So thank you guys for listening, and be true to yourself. And, you know, all the stuff you used to do when you was younger, you know, you don't have to do that no more. Like, learn from your mistakes, learn from my mistakes, and, you know, be good with yourself. Like, love yourself when no one else can. It's okay. You know, life, you know, certain things happen in life, and everything is just temporary, you know. It's a season, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna always be by yourself or single, or you're not gonna always be in a bad relationship. And just because you're a Christian and then you're in a bad relationship, if it's been 10, 15, 20 years, I don't think it's getting better. Oh God. So, you know, you need to be trying to exit stage right, in my opinion, because you're wasting a lot of time and energy, draining yourself, and just digging in yourself and hammering yourself into a ground more and more, when, you know, you should be really working on lifting yourself up. And I'm not saying it's gonna be easy. What does this say? Oh, I'm not saying it's gonna be easy, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just saying that if you ask God for help and you put one foot in front of the other, pretty soon you'll be walking out that door to your freedom, to your life, to the life that you've been wanting for so long. And pretty soon you'll be there, you know. Like, I'm not where I want to be yet, but I am so not where I was not even last week, you know, 2 weeks ago, a year ago. Oh my God. I'm so different from a year ago. So anyway, I hope this video inspired you. Stop letting them dudes come over your house, and especially at nighttime, because, you know, I don't know, we have to take care of ourselves. Even if you're a guy, I mean, like, don't even, like, whatever, guys. Take care of yourself, okay? And, like, if you want to go on a date, like, go to the park or something. Go for a walk. Like, you may, like, the restaurants are opening up again. But don't, like, I mean, it may be all cozy and stuff, but just go out. Like, especially on the first few dates and stuff. You know? Take care of yourself. Let these people know that you mean business and that you're not just a booty call. Alright? Alright then, guys. Thank you so much for listening to my video. I love you guys. And subscribe to my channel. Share. And please leave a heart in a comment. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for listening and joining me on It's All About Love. Again, I'm Jackie Love. Thank you for watching. I'm out. I'm a dragonfly.